How did that happen? Why do I look so serious over there? Hello, I'm Abyax Toycat, and you join me today as I am on my quest to reach 6,500 days in the Let's Play world. This is a very big milestone to work towards, and the best thing about Minecraft is all of the milestones are reached by playing more Minecraft. And so today, I'm going to be doing precisely that, and working on one of the oldest things in this world. I do not know what is wrong with this. I'll fix that in a minute, I guess. And in the meantime, I'll tell you about what my plan is today, because I would like to work on one of my oldest Minecraft projects and really finish it in a way that it just isn't right now. So, as you might be aware already, just over here, I have my spawn area that's made out of birch and spruce wood. It's the most unique design that I could come up with from these two wood types together. And so, one of the fun things about this is that just down here, I have, as you can see, just down a little ladder, there is a way where you can see the world, but you can't actually join it. Although the spawn prison doesn't work with a beacon, as I mentioned there. But basically, I have this fun little prison system where instead of leaving the normal way, someone has to let you out, or you can choose to escape. And that escape system is basically a big old set of obstacles that I never finished quite putting together. Today, I would like to. Some of those things are easy, like grab some lava, make that happen, sure. But some of those require getting some niche ingredients, like some cobwebs. Cobwebs are something I bet I could use in a very interesting way also, maybe. And so my plan is to pick up some extra cobwebs and do some fun things with it. And that is what's going to happen today. By the way, Toycat, you look awfully still. You know what? Thank you very much, Ruby Like Sonic 2. I'm often praised for my ability to talk without moving my mouth. And I feel like this stream is finally where people are starting to praise and acknowledge that. Okay, let's try one more time. Let's try, am I here? No, I am suspiciously looking the same way. I'll see if maybe, just maybe we can't fix that. And then, no, okay, maybe if we change the resolution down and then up. No, my face cam is just broken. You know what? It's much nicer to look at me looking this serious. This is how I look at something very, very important that's just come up. I'm like, ooh, that demands some attention. I just mind the iron door lol, says Caden. You know what? It's a valid thing to do, especially given that when you join this world, you get given some nice gear. Really, I should work on improving this gear for them sometime. And, yeah, food and compasses. I also probably should work on some new nice builds, Frozen Never. Oh, I get it. Nice, but it was spelled ice. I was like, how did they let me get away with this typo? End portal, old acacia village with banners. I think I could probably up my game on these respawn compasses, or regular compasses, but tied to a beacon, an anchor. You know what, beacon anchors, what's the difference anyway? But yeah, today I'm going to go to sleep so that I may work on all of these things that are big. This is the lobster roll inspector, says Robert May. I can hear you, but your mouth isn't moving, says Toby Piggy. You know, this is the saddest thing. It happens to all of us eventually, and it's finally come for me. So, yeah, today I'm going on a big quest thousands of blocks away from my spawn to pick up some cobwebs. It is one of the coolest parts of my world that I'd like to tie into the rest here. But first I need to fix myself. Did we fix it? Let's find out. Hey, look, I'm not staring at you like I'm the lobster roll inspector, and I've just seen some shrimp and some vegetables inside of my supposedly 100% lobster roll. I have a funny thing about that, actually, chat. That's exactly what happened to me. I bought a lobster roll thinking, oh, it might be a fun cooking with Toycat, and it was like a build your own kit. It cost so much, and they sent me lobster that was like 60% like greens and tomatoes. And it's like, that's not what you. I know, like, I feel like it's such a transparent thing when you're like, what if we took the expensive thing and we filled it with lots of the cheap thing and said that that's what people wanted? Have you seen, like, a olive oil extract now, too? Where it's, like, olive-flavored oil? So they put 5% olive oil in there and 95% whatever the cheapest one is. There is something very interesting about the fact that we will seek cheap substitutes, even if they are nothing like the thing that we are substituting sometimes. Do you have any opinions to transgender people, says Fen Hunter? I feel like anyone who makes opinions about entire groups of people like that should be, you know, like locked in a place. Although, if I'm saying that, that's me making an opinion about a big group of people. Anyway, hello internet, how are you doing? Should we restart the live stream? Honestly, I have this big delusion in my head that some people watch these back and they appreciate us being concise and smooth and to the point. You know, let's work it out right now. Okay, so I'm going off on a journey. It's something like 16,000 blocks away from spawn. I'm picking up a block that is very hard to farm. I'm tying that place into my system, and I'm finishing an old build. So I'll say going thousands of blocks away, tying it in, grabbing a rare block, using the rare block to finish one of my oldest builds. See, okay. Let's turn that into an intro, chat. Okay, so we wait a little bit so that future me can just edit this out. Sorry to future you who's not watching this. I'd rather see the face when you remember an argument you won from high school. I feel the opposite. I'm like, you know, why did I even get involved in those arguments? You know, I could have just, you could just let people believe that they're right. You really could, you know. Anyway, Tuga has a trans flag in the Let's Play world. Do I really? I'd be impressed if they allowed me to do that. Let me go see if that's correct. There's a lot of interesting rules about the marketplace that might conflict with a company that, you know, has some interesting, you know, stances. I watch these back and appreciate everything that happens, to be honest. You know what, then? It's for Dasher, chat. We'll do a new intro exclusively for Dasher. Let's do it. Okay, so first things first. Yeah, technically speaking, I think you could probably argue that that's not a flag, though, right? Like, this isn't political. Probably. Maybe this is. Maybe this is. This is arguably political, right? Like, I am saying that I value love. I'm impressed by how good this flag looks here. I'm pretty amazed. Sorry, this banner, it's not a flag. If it's a flag, I think I'm in some trouble, chat. No one tell Microsoft. Okay. With that said, I've got a frog, I've got a picture of my face and a picture of me, and I'm gonna go jump onto my bank now, I think. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm gonna go find somewhere to stand for the intro of this, and I'm gonna tie those three things I just said together, and we're gonna do this. Okay. Hello, I'm AVX Toycat, and today I am going on a journey to the very edge of my Minecraft world, something I haven't been to in over 5 years. It's 16,000 blocks away, and while I'm over there, I'm going to be getting my hands on one of the hardest to farm items. Going to be using that for some future projects, going to be a lot of fun, but I'm also going to be using it for one of my oldest projects that I never quite finished, because this is my spawn house. It is made from birch and spruce blocks. It looks wonderful, and if you've ever been on the other side, you'll know that there's no way out. It's an exit, but not really. Instead, you'll have to escape. And to escape, you need to go through my silly little obstacle course. It is very silly and very fun, and honestly entirely avoidable if you're joining as a guest, but, you know, if you feel like doing it the way that it was intended by 2013 me, then you need to deal with mazes like this, except because I was trying to conserve my very limited cobwebs, I decided to make this just too high, and so it's actually pretty easily dealable with if you know what you're doing. And so today we're grabbing some lava, easy, but then we're going to be much less easily grabbing some cobwebs and doing some fun things with them. How many cobwebs can I get my hands on today? Let's find out, because this is a special live version of the Let's Play. Yeah, look at that, I made it rhyme. Yeah, it's all good now. It's all downhill from the rest of here. If you enjoyed that intro, you probably won't enjoy anything else that's coming here. Can you go in this gap here? It really feels like you should be able to, right? So let's jump out here. Let's show the fact that if you just have an elytra, then the idea of prison is nothing. Although that's true in real life. If you have a fighter jet in prison, you're not really in prison. But yeah, we're going on a very, very, very long journey to get 16,000 blocks away from my spawn. Why 16,000 blocks? When I get there, about 4% of you will remember, and the other 96% will have more questions. But welcome, that is the whole point of things. So, yeah, I think you should make a short where you're like, my Let's Play world breaks Microsoft rules or something. I don't know which of the rules are public. I would really love to talk all about my marketplace experience, but officially you're not meant to, and there's a lot of rules which are semi-official, i.e. they're written down somewhere, but the head guy at Microsoft says, yeah, but you don't need to follow that one if you don't want to. And I don't know what I'm meant to do about that, if I'm being honest. So I don't use a weaving potion on a bunch of mobs. See, it is totally farmable. Matthias, it is totally farmable. That's true. However, You know, something you should keep in mind is that there's also a fun thing that we can do, which is basically to connect a part of my world that I just kind of haven't for a very long time. Because my world is filled with weird, marvelous things. And today we're going to be showing you one of those. One of the weird quirks of having a world that lasts this long is every now and then you have a project that you forget about. Like, yeah, I spent so many hours building an Icy Nether. I think it was pretty cool, personally. But also you have things that happened where you're like, that's a weird freak coincidence. This will come up again later. But then it just kind of never does. It's surprising how often that happens to me, at the very least. Also, I feel like I should dig this out further just so the ice is sitting above nothing. But anyway, can't you craft cobwebs? You can craft cobwebs into string, right? Or is it the other way around? Also, I can't wait to mess with the new potions. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people really enjoy messing with the potions. By the way, just to clarify, cobwebs are, you can farm them in any world now, but I have a slightly better solution in my world, and that is where we're going now today. So in the meantime, you can witness something fun that happens in my nether. So at the moment, we're about 5,000 blocks away from spawn in the overworld, and we're getting to the edge of anything that I have any real investment in. Like, this is the furthest out nether build I have. He's the mushroom snail. He tells you that the biome is that way. And at this point, there's basically nothing else. There's portals to stuff like, you know, temporary projects that I started, new Let's Plays and all that noise. But yeah, we're going out to a thing that I set up for this exact scenario, and then have long since never needed, because I guess it takes me that long to finish a project. Did you know IBX is the abbreviation of the health insurance company in Pennsylvania, says J Wolf here. How do you think I pay for all of my lobster rolls? It is that health insurance money. I feel like insurance is the smartest business to be in, because, you know, all you have to do is say, you know, like, there are very few businesses in the world that get away with saying, our price is what it costs us, plus money for profit. That's the dream business to be in. But I guess the even better business to be in is the one that, like, Apple and Microsoft do, where they're like, we don't even sell things. We just make money when other people sell things because we're a quasi government entity. You know, that's technically true. But the best business to be in is one where you say, I don't set the price, my costs set the price, and then I make a profit guaranteed afterwards. And insurance is just that, right? You tell people their insurance premiums went up because too many people claimed. If too few people claim, you can tell them their insurance premiums go down, or you can just not. That can be your money. It's like putting yourself in the scenario of win-wins is a good situation to be in. What can I say? So with that said, here is the furthest out portal that I know exists and goes to something. You know what, should we go for it? Just go for a little history lesson right here. So inside it is a black bed. Might be useful where I'm going. And chain chest plate. That's also pretty cool, actually. We got ourselves an ender chest. I'll grab an ender chest and take it with me, actually. You never know when you're going to need one. And then there's this big glass tunnel that goes to the Nether Fortress, I would guess. No, where does this go? Yeah, I have a feeling it's meant to be the Nether Fort. Yeah, it goes to the Nether Fortress in the most roundabout, confusing way possible. This is a Nether Fortress that if I was gonna turn it something into a Wither Skeleton farm, I feel like it'd be a good one to waste, right? Like, you know, how often am I really spending time here? And if we go to the overworld here, you'll find one of the things that I have no intention of ever coming back to, because it was kind of a repeat of my TU31 Let's Play, where I was like, I want to start a new Let's Play, a new world entirely, and I'm going to do so from within my world. And so here's how far I got with that. Oh, I got some dirt roads and a bridge. And that bridge takes you to my house. Yeah, it's looking real good, I think. Oh yeah, this is just beautiful. For some reason, a lot of this is made of farmland. Then there's a bridge here to let ships under. You know, this is me taking inspiration from the real world. And the bridge also grows crops. And like I said, I'm a visionary, a genius. People call me all sorts of things. They say I'm artistic. They say words that rhyme with that one. But what they don't say is... Oh, can I not get into the house from here? How do I get into my own house, chat? Okay, so this house, right here, I've got a garden where I keep my ferns. And over here is my house. There's no way to open that door from the inside, which seems like a poor decision. And here is my bed. Okay, nice. I'm just gonna get a little sleep in there. Except I can't sleep in my bed because the terrible people over at Microsoft decided that that's not how that should work. So we're gonna have to move the bed. Hopefully it works on a chest here. It doesn't. Okay, so we'll put some blocks down first. Maybe, you know, actually, is there any space that this can work elsewhere? I would say so. We'll just move that there, put that there, and we can go to sleep, except there's monsters nearby. Of course there is. So let's instead grab this block and just take it to the other side. There'll be a good place, and then we can maybe put the bed there. No, okay, put the bed over here. Yeah, there we go. So this is me sleeping in a house from... I think this must have been... Okay, chat. We could work together to work out when this was. So clearly it's post-update aquatic, because I put my bed underwater. That's a key piece of information right there. I used charcoal and I cooked fish. That means... Yeah, probably update aquatic is a good bet, right? I feel like if we had to make one. I'm going to quickly just throw a wind charge at this door. It's an easy way to open things sometimes. And it's got chiseled stone. I'm going to go ahead and say this was for the update aquatic. That because there was an update out with aquaticness in it, that I decided I was going to live underwater. Oh, a heart of the sea. Oh, I've been needing these forever. See, this is why you go into your old chests and you take the stuff that you need. A bottle of enchanting too. I have no idea where I could have got that from. But I have been looking to repair my pickaxe. So let's do it. Yeah, look at that. It's so much better now. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna guess that this is update aquatic, and I think that this is my first house and this is my second house. This is my garden, and you know, I don't know why this series didn't work that well. Oh, what was that? Oh, is that there or is that not, chat? Oh, that is odd. That is very, very, very odd. So this was a blast from the past, but I have places to be that are further out than even this. There's also stripped logs. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. I have a vivid memory of the Fawn Garden, but not the entire house. Hey, Ad and Sonny, I'm glad you have memory of the garden. That means that it's real. You know, you can only get memories of real things. It's a factually proven part of the universe. So, isn't this house when you went off-grid on the Let's Play? I gotta go off-grid, man. There's some people after me. This was around the era of when I stopped watching for a bit because I was salty you stopped playing Legacy. Yeah, I was put in one of the hardest positions I've ever been in by Microsoft's decision to switch over to Bedrock prematurely. Because I could either play the better version of Minecraft, or I could play the one that was going to be receiving updates. And given that my Let's Play is called The Update Adventures, I was really like stuck on it. No matter what I did, I was gonna lose half my audience. And to this day, I still haven't ever fully recovered from the from the height of that. I feel like my best ever, like, you know, month was the month that one of the last ever console edition updates came out. The you know, I feel I'm not bitter or anything, like life changes, but it's crazy what a difference it had in the negative for my channel. For Microsoft to make a poor, short-sighted decision. And one of the craziest bits about this is one where they got every single console edition YouTuber in a call, and we raised our concerns, and then they still didn't listen. Anyway, the Bedrock lag is Wi-Fi related most of the time. No, that's definitely it's definitely like CPU related in this case. Okay, so here I am, chat. I've gone to 2,000 blocks away. I've gone some distance now. And then I think there's another portal just down here. Nope, that's lava. To be fair, I do have a bucket, and I do need some lava, so glad I found that, I guess. But I think it's this way. It might be the other way. Nearby here, there is a portal. The easiest way to find it, I guess, would be to go into this place and then come back out. So we'll place this this ender chest on the side right here in an easy to see place, and then I'll just go through the portal and show you what's on the other side. Don't be dark night time. Rest in peace, Legacy console. Yeah, I know, right? Rest in peace, Legacy Console, indeed. Also, this is not where I was expecting to be, chat. I'm sorry, I've misled you if I've told you this was something special. So I'm gonna have to make this into something special, I guess. Okay, so this is... Especially back then when Bedrock gameplay was so choppy, it was hard to watch. Yeah, the frame rate was so bad. Okay, so here I am. So, okay, we're back in the Nether. There is another portal around here somewhere. But I guess, what does it matter if the portal's going to take me back there? I think it's down here, chat. I had to watch my old video from 2000 and... I'd have to check the year, actually. It was from, like, 2017. It was just after the Bedrock switch happened. So just down here somewhere, I think... I clearly must be wrong if I'm not seeing anything by now. Oh, actually, no. Here we are. I remember it was near a Nether fortress. It's always near a Nether fortress. There is a portal around here somewhere. If I can find it. Oh, up there would be my guess. Yeah, let's test. Okay, don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. I don't appreciate it. It's not what I like. Okay, so... Oh, stop! The Elytra really messed me up there. Okay. I'm just gonna stack up in a way that doesn't hurt anyone's feelings. And we're gonna see what's up there. Okay, so go. Perfect. Okay, up here maybe is where the portal was? No, that can't be right. There is a Nether portal somewhere around here. I had to watch... There we go, here we go. Okay, we found it. I think it might be down rather than diagonally down. And this Nether portal leads you... It's gonna be funny if it's the exact same place, right? Statistically, it must be. Yeah, I bet it's the exact same place. Oh no, it's the correct one. That's wild that it takes you not that far. Like, I feel like I could see the other portal from here, but whatever. So here I am, chat. This is a special place in my Let's Play world. Can you work out why? I'm gonna see, chat. How many of you know exactly where we are based on this one? This is somewhere you can only have if you had a Bedrock world somewhere around 7 to 8 years ago. It is something that is any time between when Infinite Worlds came to Minecraft Bedrock and when they fixed it in the late 2010s. Very, very late 2010s, maybe early 2020s. Okay, so to show you what I mean. Okay, Dalord, there's one person who gets it. Okay, so let's go down and let's show you what's happening down here. So I'm gonna, as you can see, there are sweet berries. So I must have done this post 1.14. This is not going how I expected it to. Just put some blocks back there, and then let's remove these, including the berries. Love the berries very much, but also literally do not. Some bugged terrain. What's bugged about this terrain? There's nothing bugged about this terrain. Don't be so rude to Minecraft Bedrock. Anyway, so now we're going to go underground. And what we're going to see there is going to shock you if you're not familiar with this particular piece of world gen. So, yeah, down... Minecraft had a very interesting bug that a lot of people know about as a seed bug. If you typed in a given Minecraft seed, then you could have a seemingly endless supply of mineshafts. But what a lot of people didn't realize is that this actually... The mineshafts themselves were bugged, so that this could occur on any seed, and it always did around 16,000 blocks out. We actually have equivalents of this in modern Minecraft, with things like end portals being broken. But as you can see, right here, right now, I have a very interesting situation, and that is a mineshaft. Well, it's not that unique for mineshaft, right? I mean, like, it's clearly a mineshaft, but there's nothing special going on here. Except there is. So we're going to have to make liberal use of staircases made out of cobblestone. So go down there and then go down over here. And yeah, one of the things we're going to have to make sure we get right is the fact that this is one of the weirdest mineshafts you'll ever see. As you can see, it's bugged in a few places in a few ways. But interestingly, if we run in this direction, as indeed I'm going to, and then we run even further in this direction, as indeed I'm going to, something notable will happen, which is that I will never hit the end. As long as I go diagonally this way, I find a jagged, jarred, broken mineshaft without an end to it. Chase Jimmy, and thank you for the entertainment as always. Hope you're having a nice day. Also a reminder that taxation is theft unless it's for Toy Cat. Thank you, Chase Jimmy NM. You know, I feel like this is why more and more people need to be against the Apple tax. I think some people look at the idea of like taxes and they're like, oh yeah, but it goes to fund things that you really appreciate. And everyone like, you know, everyone accepts like, yeah, I guess there's a program here or there. But I think the Apple tax and the the Google equivalent, let's be honest, the Microsoft equivalent too, are all crazy examples of the same. It's like, what do you get in exchange for 30% of your money that Microsoft skims off the top, that Google skims off the top, that especially, because they don't give you an alternative, that Apple skims off the top. That's why you should be cautious of people taking your money without your permission. Unless they're me, in which case, this isn't e-mugging. Put your hands in the air and give me the money, and I assure you, I'll be, unlike all those other people, I'll be honest about my ill intent. So yeah, this is an infinite mineshaft, chat, and it goes on forever in both directions, diagonally. It's really handy if you need fences, but don't want to deal with sticks, I guess. It's really handy if you want whatever's in these mineshaft chests. Oh, that's a ton of iron, actually. I can even pick up some extra torches and some name tags. Oh, extra name tags would be good. I don't know if the loot is going to be duplicated. I would hazard a guess that it's not. But let's go find out, actually. So I'm going to go on a little bit of a mining streak. I'm going to put a lot of torches down. I should work out a way to put down torches that make it clear that the torches were by me so that I've been somewhere. Because otherwise you can just end up stuck in the endless hallways and kind of trapped with no way out. It's a big fear of mine, and it's a very valid fear because of all the things that want me dead. So what we're going to do is we're going to just run all the way to the out. So yeah, what I think I need to do is I probably should make some lanterns, I'm thinking. And then I could place the lanterns as my guidance of how to get in or out of here. There is a portal way further down that I initially jumped into this thing via. But I'll be honest, I have no idea where that is. Or I could just place some blocks down as I go, like cobblestone, etc. The options are pretty widely available to me. Sorry about that, friend. Okay, so I think I'm going up here. I think this is where I came in, based on the cobblestone I see. Although I see cobblestone over here too. Yeah, this is it. So this is my way in. This is my way out. This is my abandoned mineshaft. And I guess let's get ready for a fun one. So first things first, let's set up like a base camp. Obviously, we're going to need one of those. And what should that entail? Probably like a place just to store garbage. A chest or two. Just a nice double chest. In fact, let's place the double chest on something fancy. Let's use our diorite to make some polished diorite. And there we go. Now we can have our chest be on a nice little mantelpiece like that. So that people know that maybe I should check it in the future. Then we'll place our bed down on... you know, I want to place it in the water again, but you can't even sleep in those anymore. It doesn't make any sense. Chat, you should be allowed to drown yourself. Anyone who says you can't drown yourself is messing up life. But yeah, chat, I learned something crazy recently. Oh, there's monsters here. So the reason I got real upsy about the... Also, thank you...
Toy Cat. Hope you've been well, and I'm loving the content lately.
Thank you, Chris. That's how you say Chris H. I'm 100% sure. No, thank you, Chris H. I always want to pronounce names phonetically like that. I just always get too tempted. Sorry if I got ahead of myself. But yeah, I'm glad you're really enjoying the content. I feel like we, especially in the last few weeks, we've reached the point of producing some of the best stuff ever. I've kind of just reached this level where I'm like, okay, I think that Minecraft has a limited growth ceiling in it. There are so many Minecraft YouTubers, and there's, you know, how many people are looking for a Minecraft YouTuber. And so there's two ways that people seem to grow in this space. One is to do something really that, you know, you aim at basically children who have never seen content before. You'd be like, what if your favorite superheroes were actually in love with each other? And you activate, you do some odd things. Maybe push some social boundaries and commit a crime or here or there. Okay, that's not my attitude. You know, credit to the. Actually, no credit to the people who choose that as a business model. But you know, that's what people do. It's not my thing. So that's like a type of channel that's wildly successful. Another type of channel that's wildly successful is you put like 6 months of work into one video, And so, you know, like, you either have videos that take... You get one video every 6 months, and that one video is... Yeah, it has a very strong incentive to be faked. It's not that it is faked. I'm not going to say that it is or isn't. But I just feel like, you know, it's hard to have the right incentive system on videos like that. And so what is the other alternative? It seems to be that you just languish in obscurity forever. Like, okay, yeah, if you... It seems like that is the other choice that many people end up with. And so recently I've been putting a lot of work into like, okay, no, what if we can work out a way to have higher quality stuff while still be kind of regular? This is something I think you'll be spotting over the next while or so. But I feel like there's going to be some real good stuff, and hopefully people like it. I feel like I'm taking advantage of one of my strengths, which is my ability to, like, you know, as we say in the modern parlance, to yap. While also being able to throw real high quality stuff on there. Taking advantage of Minecraft's, like, you know, camera command and we're doing some cool stuff. I have someone on my team who's really, really good at that stuff. We're throwing a lot of resources in it. It's expensive. It's one of those things where realistically in like 3 months I might be like, okay, yep, just turns out this was not the game for me. I made a horrible mistake here. But yeah, I'm glad you're liking the stuff recently, because I am too. My one downside, okay, you know what, is this time to talk about me? You know what, it shouldn't be time to talk about me. Let's talk about you, chat. How are you doing today? I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings, obviously, that I'm always sharing. But how is your Tuesday going? An update just came out. Are you excited about it? There's 2 changes in this update that I think everyone should care about. Did I bring good shears? Just bad shears? All this way, chat, and I didn't even bring good shears? Terrible mistake of me. So, let's get some cobwebs out right now. As you can... Wait, what? So that's a cobweb. Oh, I think it's being held from the wrong viewpoint. It's, like, all the way over there for some reason. Do you think this is an FOV thing? Like, if I set my FOV really wide, will that make that worse or better? That is very interesting. Do you see that, chat? The cobweb's turned into like a ghost or something. It's good to have talented people on your team. By the gods, more political ads, says Dan Marsh. You live in a swing state. Every time you get a political ad, I'm getting $6,000 wired to me. It's totally worth going through. Okay, so we'll go up to 110. Oh, so it's still the same. So that means it'll look the silliest on 30 FOV. Is my theory. It takes so long to load up the options menu on Bedrock. I can't stress this enough how long that takes. Okay, so we'll go down to FOV 30, and it looks just as silly. Yeah, there's no okay, this is blowing my mind. Your items and your hotbar don't look any different when you're playing with a lower FOV, or not substantially different. It's weird. You'd expect them to be all the way out here. I guess that makes even less sense. Okay, so just gotta wait. You know, if I was dying right now, I would just have to die. I can't even cancel this, chat. I can't even say, no, actually, I don't want that. Anyway, I fell in the kitchen because of an iron deficiency. You should try and eat, what is it, like fatty salmon? There's a food that's really high in iron. I forget which one it was. Maybe pears. It's either fish or it's fruit. Or you eat both together. So all I have to do to not see political ads is convince all of Nevada to vote correctly. Or, conversely, you know, depending on your political viewpoints, convince them all to vote incorrectly. As long as you live in a state where most people, and by that I mean like 55% plus, agree, then you won't get targeted by political ads. Because, yeah, everyone plays the political game. And that means a lot of interesting things, I'd say. Fatty salmon? No, he's just big bone. You know, you're right, Ruby likes Sonic too. That was rude of me to call him out like that. What is wrong with the cobwebs here, chat? Such a goofy item. Okay, so we're going in deep. We're going in with our shears. And we're going to come out with hopefully a lot more than shears. So this is my coordinates on the way in. Thankfully, Cat's got it covered. I heard you got a, I heard just now from you, I should say, that you got a Stream Deck, Cat. That sounds very exciting. That's one of those purchases that I would be excited about. I mean, I was excited about. I think I might have had a couple of them. It made a big difference to my streaming game, I feel like. Spinach is also good for iron. Oh yeah, spinach is a huge one, yeah. That's why Popeye eats it. I would say it's not actually, but you know, it sounds It sounds true enough to feel accurate, so we'll roll with it. Why is your half heart not healing? Why is my half heart not healing? What's wrong with it? You know, you've broken me now. Dylan is chilling. Did you do this? Is this your? Why isn't it fixed, chat? That's so odd. Never seen something like that before. Okay, so yeah, look on the bright side, Han. It's only August. Watch the ads ramp up in the next 2 months. So yeah, this is why, even though you can technically farm cobwebs, if you happen to have this area of your world, and this is a historic heritage site for me, you might as well take advantage, right? I need to break my way through here, kill the little cave spider, and then just fully light this place up, such that nothing spawns here again. Look at all these cobwebs I can get. I'm going to use up all of my shears, and then we'll get some more shears. It'll be great. It's ghost lag. It's the ghost lag. Because of the ghost that I have right here. That's got to be what it is. Give it another hour. Yeah, chat, if you don't believe me that Bedrock regen is slow yet, look how long I've had this heart that is just not healing for me. It's terrible. Take more damage. I wonder if it will regenerate. Yeah, my best guess is that it probably would regenerate if I were to do it some more. Bedrock regeneration is live timing. Sadly, that's how it seems. Okay, so I'm going to just pick up all this stuff from all over, and it's going to be great. Cooked beef has about as much iron as spinach. Yeah, that's probably a good bet too. I bet there's, it makes sense that animals would have iron that they get from eating something or other. But I feel like spinach is so great because you can just, you make a whole bowl of it, and it tastes like nothing, and you just go, rah, 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 until your body can't deal with it anymore. And it's like, that's spinach good for the week. And spinach is so cheap. I remember, like, I feel like the world has gone, one of the weird phenomenons is the world is getting so much richer, even, like, you know, especially on the low and the high end, admittedly. But, you know, like, if you are, the amount that people, like, have access to has gone slightly higher. But, like, even then, I feel like people still, I don't know, like, it blows my mind the things that some people can have, I guess, while still being, like, you know, there's a, I think this is a perpetually interesting thing of, like, when you don't have much money, what are the things you can still have, right? Like, this is, it's something that changes across generations. If you were poor 100 years ago, it's like, yeah, you gotta be real careful to avoid starving to death. If you're poor, like, 50 years ago, it's like, well, you still, hopefully, have access to a home, maybe a small one, and, you know, you're gonna be fine on the food. You're gonna have to cut back a little bit. If you're poor, like, 20 years ago, it's like, oh, wow, yeah, but you don't get this year's iPhone, but you still have, like, a phone. And now it's like you can have, like, not that much money, but still, like, well, I mean, deliveries come in a few times a month and stuff like that, right? Like, our standard of living increases means that even the people who have not much money are living better than people who had a decent amount of money not that long before them. And so one of those things about it is, like, I feel like one of the things that is really useful is, like, knowing things that you can buy at the store that cost basically nothing but count like real food. By the way, we're going to find out now. Is my half heart going to actually regenerate now? I was poor 20 years ago. Says Cat. I feel like I said 20 years ago and then I said iPhone, and I think the first iPhone actually came out 19 years ago. But I'm not going to say anything about it so that I can encourage some bait in the comments, maybe. Anyway, yeah, I feel like it's something interesting on this, at least to me, is the best thing you can do in your life is to, like, jump up a social strata. Because, you know, like, everyone is quite aware that, like, a long time ago, humans had it worse. But it's, like, in the back of your head. It's like, yeah, at some point, theoretically, maybe, I guess, if you really think about it. But it's not, like, that concrete of a feeling. It's like, yeah, I mean, you know it, but you don't really feel it, you know? There's a lot of reasons why that can be true. So these cobwebs are just so goofy. We're just going to accept it. Why do cobwebs sound like someone rummaging in a bag of crisps? That's exactly what someone is doing. every time we get a cobweb out of here. Speaking of cobwebs, SOFPE, it's taking a long time to heal. Better hurt some more. This is so weird. I have never seen anything quite like this before. Also, where did I place my bed, chat? I know it. Okay, it's over there. I'm going to have to torch this place up so I see it at night. I don't know how I just broke that berry bush, but apparently I did. Whoopsie. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like the quality of life increase that you'll go through. Because, you know, if you anyway, this is a point I'll make all day, every day. Come back another time if you want to hear my whole rant on it. Because for now, I'm going to kill a creeper. Nice and good. I'm probably going to have to make some new shears soon, but that's okay. You know, everyone expects to make shears eventually. For now, let's just go around the place and let's pick up every single cobweb we have. Because if I pick up some spare... Like, I have enough to finish my little maze now, sure. But what if I had enough to do some fun things with, too? Also, impaling one. That's not useful to me. It's nice to know that it exists, though. Okay, so we're going to have to place a lot of torches around here. Really just over-torch the place. In fact, I could probably find an insane amount of ore if I spent some time here. Yeah, that's something to consider, huh? If I want a bunch of ore, just come here for a bit. Go for a bit of a weird mining session. Because I've always wanted to make, like... Oh, yeah, look how much iron ore there is. I've always wanted to make a grand structure out of ores. You know, I've got my desert temple, sure. But what if I could do better than that? Would be nice, right? Maybe I can do better than that. So, Toycat, what's the worst crime you can commit in Minecraft besides being IBX Toycat? Wow, I can't believe being me is a crime. I thought we said human beings can't be crimes. No, the thing I would say in response to that, the worst crime you can commit is you can lock a whole... Like, the weird bit is Minecraft encourages you to do this. You can lock a whole village up in prison, force them to produce things for you for less than minimum wage, and then every time someone in that village is born with a handicap that prevents them from working, you murder them too. I cannot get over how gruesome and horrific Minecraft's expectations of us are sometimes. And, you know, I'd love to say that I resisted, but apparently I'm not. Maybe that's what... Maybe Minecraft is just a game that's there to teach you that, yeah, you think you'd be a part of the good guys. You think you'd be a part of the resistance. No, you'd be in the trenches. They'd give you some benefits package where you're like, oh, well, you know, now I get this year's iPhone instead of last year's iPhone. Speaking of getting last year's iPhone, I don't have any iPhone, by the way. As a pro tip, because you got to pay the 30%. Oh, there was a fun thing I learned recently. I really want to get this out there, because it blew my mind that this wasn't communicated with YouTubers. But yeah, YouTube takes a 30% cut when you super chat on YouTube rather than using my link down below. So if you want to super chat because you know if you don't mind paying that fee, or you don't mind if you don't want the money to go to me, like I think that's I do understand there are some people who just like their name showing up, like SOFP. I don't know your ratio of wanting name to show up versus support, but I understand that there is going to be some of that. But yeah, one of the things that is hugely interesting to me is the fact that, okay, we're just gonna mine through here. One of the things I do find really interesting is the fact that they take that 30% after Apple takes theirs. So if you tip, I think the maths works out, if you tip $10, the YouTuber gets like $5.10 or something like that, and then they pay taxes on that or whatever else. And it's like, oh yeah, that's why you've got to tip directly. Which is an interesting thing, because right now, chat, there is a big debate in that one country. You familiar with that one country, the one with the election? And there's a debate about whether there should be taxation on tips. And by debate, I mean it is something which you currently do, and which both presidential candidates in succession have decided you should not have to do. And it's one of those funny policies because it's one that is explicitly illogical but designed to win votes. And I think it's hugely interesting, right? Is in general, when you earn money, you pay tax on it. It can be different taxes based on the types of money. That's something people find controversial. But no one likes the idea of just being like, yeah, there are types of money that you get where you just don't because it comes from a certain way. But in reality, the way it actually works is if you get a tradesperson for certain jobs, especially here in the UK, I've heard, commonly in other parts of Europe too, you get a tradesperson and the guy's like, look, I'll give you a 20% discount if you pay in cash. I don't have to charge you, tax on that. I don't have to pay tax on that. We're both better off. Like, it's a crazy thing. Like, it's bad for the economy because, less money is moving around. But it's great for both him and for you because you save money and he saves money too. And so I think it's a hugely interesting situation. Susan takes 30% of my tips, except not Susan anymore because she's dead. F for Susan. Yeah, big F for Susan, gotta say. Just a reminder that there's always a tragedy out there. If you're willing to look for it. If you have the eyes to see it. Okay, chat, this time I'm gonna get that. This time it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get those last... I'm gonna get that last half heart back now. Okay, it's gotta happen, right? Imagine if I'm permanently bugged and I'm just always at a disadvantage from now on. Okay, it's gonna heal, it's gonna heal. Why isn't it healing? Oh no. Chat, I've got some bad news. I have become permanently disabled, and so according to the Minecraft logic that I've grown up with, I must be murdered so that more successful things can come and take my place. Honestly, chat, I've been starting to feel like an old man recently. The biggest thing you need on the internet platforms is kind of speed, I would say. The thing that makes the internet different to traditional broadcasting and whatever else is how fast you can go from idea to execution to public to responding to public. The iteration loop, I guess. And the most interesting thing about like where I'm at right now is like I would like something dumb like just before I started streaming today, I was like 5 minutes early. And I'm like, okay, just gotta fix my webcam and then, make sure today's video is gone all well. It's just 3 hours afterwards, so the information comes in. I give it a quick peek. And I did both those things. It was like 8 minutes passed, and I'm like, what happened to me? 8 minutes? That's such a substantial portion of a day. Everything just takes time now, chat. Everything that should be fast is slow. I have old man reflexes. But I think that's something that, like, it's one of those things I'd love to be able to train back into myself, is, like, being able to think on my feet, get things done real quickly again. Or maybe it never really happened and I was just time blind the entire time. It's the scary thing. You never even know if you even have an ability until it's gone. And then you don't even know if you had it or if you just felt like you had it. Anyway, speaking of things I've had, I am not going to. It's a bug with this update. Oh, do you think it's a bug in this update? I think that's hugely interesting. By the way, I tested the way that vaults work in this update. Hugely interesting results, I've got to say. Broken-hearted Toy Cat merch. Also, Impaling 1 again. Oh, do you think that's maybe an enchantment I'm going to find a lot? I think I do actually want Impaling 1 too. That's the weird thing about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deliberately pick it up both times that I can. So I can't get up there, besides... I'm gonna grab me some of this, and I'm gonna hopefully find the other... Who am I kidding? I'm never gonna find the other one, am I? There is a 0% chance I ever encounter Impaling 1 in a book chest ever again. Why do you not have action and stuff turned on? Man, there are people... Okay, so my surface level is like, because I don't want to. The next level down is because it would disable my, it would disable achievements. And then the third level down is like, if you need to modify Minecraft to have fun, do you like Minecraft? I know that's an inconvenient question to ask because as a Minecraft YouTuber, my job is to make you think, yeah, you love Minecraft. What you love more than Minecraft, the only thing is when you watch Minecraft videos and then like the creator. Also, who broke your hearts, Toycat, says Dasher. Is that why I'm moving so slow? Am I just... Do I need to fix my heart? Do I have heart problems I don't know about? Apparently they run in my family. It was one of the last things I heard from my mother. I just remember, like, casually bringing up, like, oh yeah, just keep an eye out. We got heart disease on that side of the family. And I was like, well, that's useful. I still don't even know. I asked other people on that side of the family, and they're like, yeah, nah, probably not. And I was like, I was hoping to get some details, but it sounds like everyone is just as terrified as she was. This is not very healthy. Use your command to healing your health. Do you think this is a chat wants you to see this life like that, or wants you bathe in various liquids? That is a funny question, Jaden Ogden. It's one that you struggle with as a creator. Because objectively speaking, right, if you wanted me to succeed the most in life, then what you'd want to see is like, yeah, whatever you feel like putting up today, Toy Cat, that's what I want to watch. But statistically speaking, one, that is, I would be abdicating my duty, and eventually I would grow to resent that model too. But two, it's not what people want. Can you hear the foxes, by the way, chat? They're so noisy today. They've been so noisy this week, really. It's funny, I think about this every now and then. Like, I look outside my door, and I'm like, it is so quiet for the biggest city in Europe. Like, you hear nothing. You hear nothing most of the time. Like, it's very nice. I like where I live. But the one thing is, like, every evening, there is a fox who sounds like they're being murdered. And I have to just be like, nope, that is just how they love each other. That's just the way they do it. You know, I wouldn't like it if my neighbors, you know, disapproved of me loudly breaking into their garden to get into an argument and then make a little love and then get into an argument again. They would be very upset if I chose to do that to them, and so I just shan't. I'm just not gonna do it. How do vaults work in the new update of multiple people using the vault? Says James. Oh, I have the answer to that question too. I was very pleasantly surprised, is what I will say about that. I was very, very pleasantly surprised. Okay, so I have a so yeah, if you care about a YouTuber, technically you could say, yeah, no stress. Or you could say you gotta give them like a healthy amount of pressure to like improve and all these sorts of things. Or you could say something along the lines of like, maybe you want them to be not useful. You want to actively be like, yeah, just live your life as best you can and come back with an interesting story. You know, so on Friday, I was going to be live streaming chat. I had it all planned out. It's been a part of my day forever. I had some real delays because of some dumb electricity stuff going on in my house. I have a very concerning electricity problem right now. By it very concerning, I mean like, it's a 1 out of 10 to anyone. But every time I Google it, you know how normal people Google like, what are the symptoms of heart cancer? And they're like, when you cough slightly loudly. And they're like, well, I guess I'm dying. I have that, but for like things around my house. Like there are weird smells. I don't know where they come from. There's weird electricity problems. Gonna start screaming after dark and bearing eggs in the neighbors' gardens. It's an entirely acceptable thing as long as you're orange and fuzzy. Those are just the facts. Those are just the facts. You know, we might not like that they're the facts, but that doesn't mean that they're not. Okay, so I bet I'm going to find impaling in this chest. Nope. Oh, efficiency 2. I bet I don't have efficiency 2, but I bet I could make it quite easily. But still, it's probably worth going for anyway. It is very, very, very dark over here. It's such a weird abandoned mineshaft. Like, I have no idea where I'm going at any point in time. Just that it's not bright sometimes. Okay, so, I support Toycat by bullying him. You know, sometimes that's the support some people need. Not me, I think you're a heartless monster for it. But, you know, some people, it's exactly what is missing from their life. So, yeah, one of the things I find to be hugely... Also, I ordered the new Longboy. Can't wait for it to be here, says Crimson Bun. Can you believe Crimson Bun? People have been pressuring me to do another one already. I've had loads of people, like... I vowed to myself, like, okay, let's wait a real long time before we ever do one of these again. You know, people love getting them, but they're just it's a long time, right? It's the kind of thing we mentioned. And then people are like, no, do it now, Toycat. Why aren't you already doing it? And so I was like, okay, I'll talk to Makeship. We'll see if we can work something out. But Crimson Bun, I'm so excited for you to get the Longboy. Yeah, I heard from Makeship. They said something like, yeah, this time round, a lot fewer people. Like they expected, like, you know, bringing stuff back would bring more people to it. But most of the V2s didn't do very well in comparison to the originals. And so I was, like, pleasantly surprised that mine at least made the cut. Anyway, so we're grabbing name tags, we're grabbing weird enchanted books, and we're grabbing all of the cobwebs we can. enough to hopefully do something fun with by the time we're done. I think the best way to find cobwebs, though, is not by really roaming this like we are, but instead by specifically finding where the spider spawners are. So that might be my next move. Oh, a regular spawner. What is this doing here? 2 copies of cat and saddles. I need those literally less than 0. Toy Cat's concerning electricity runs on 200 hamster wheels. I 100% want you to succeed, but only if that's what makes you happy. See, that's the thing, right? Some people would be happier with a failure. They don't even know it. That's the weird thing. And do you encourage those people? That's the messy thing about, like, the idea of success and failure, right? Is at some point, they always have to be externally motivated. It's like the idea of, you know, if you could, which, I mean, you could probably make an argument that anyone can, but, you know, if you could flip a switch and become the most attractive person in any room that you walk into, you know, physically speaking, let's say, nice and shallow, would you do so? And it's like, well, I mean, everyone, you know, feels like the answer is yes. But then there's probably a bunch of, like, knock-on effects that will come from that. Like, people aren't going to value your opinion for you anymore, because, you know, there's always this, like, thing that they can get from you, maybe, you know, which is, you know, maybe it's, like, your company and the fact that they can be seen by being around someone who's important like you. It's something I feel like a lot of, like, real-world celebrities get. You ever wonder why, like, celebrities date celebrities, mostly? And it's like, well, it makes sense that they're specifically trying to watch out for people trying to take what they have and do something with it. Yeah, maybe grab the rails too. I used to grab the rails, but I have enough iron now that I don't really need to. If they had powered rails, I'd probably go for it. But I'll be honest with you, they do not have powered rails. And so I'm not going to go for it. So drop these on the ground, pick up some of these, place a block over there, I guess. And then, I don't even know, just mine that so we can place a block there. Looking great to me. Okay, so we're going to head kind of back the other way. It's interesting because I keep thinking I'm going in different directions. But I'm finding new cobwebs to pick up, clearly. So, I may be a heartless monster, but I always give you lobster, says Jaden. And if you think about it, a lobster is a heartless monster too. I mean, I don't know if they have a heart, but I'm like 90% sure they don't. So, Kat, I want to drain Ocean Monument in my survival world. Do you recommend it? Yeah, I think it's great. I think you'll enjoy it. You'll have a ghost of a good time. Totally recommend. Also, it's too hot. It's 37 degrees to get. It's 26 degrees right now. Yeah, I had a real hot day. It's kind of messing with my ability to do stuff. But yeah, so, you know, like being attractive is something that only matters externally. But then in that effect, it affects how people deal with you internally. The way that people... And that is something that will change who you are. Oh, hell no, I don't want men first. Okay, so Xavier's very confused by that. Yeah, no, but, there's a thing of, like, well, you say, you know, like, at the same time, no one would be like, okay, then, but I am going to specifically be the least attractive person. Like, oh, I knew there was a creeper. I just didn't assume it would hurt me. No one would say I want to be the least attractive person possible. Yeah, the reason that I'm actually, you know, the reason that I'm deliberately scarring myself is, or, you know, I don't think scars are unattractive, but you get the point, right? Like, no one's deliberately harming their attractiveness, even though it's something that not everyone necessarily wants. And it's the same thing with success, to my mind, is that everyone has, you know, maybe this is like a semi-political way of, maybe this is a thing that not everyone agrees with, actually. But I think everyone has the possibility to be some amount more successful than they are, you know? How much more successful? I don't know. That's up to that's a great debate of all time that dictates our entire systems we live in. Because if we live in a true meritocracy, then the amount that we need to redistribute changes, which is something that means no one will ever give you an honest answer to what they think about that question without thinking first about what they think about that next question. Which is probably a weird bummer. Also, this cobweb is just so weird looking. I really can't spend too long with it in my inventory about saying that. But seriously, chat, what is this? What is going on here? Okay, also, you're the heartless monster here, Mr. monster missing half a heart. So yeah, does it make and why are people not doing it? Is also another interesting question. Is it because they don't know how? Is it because they just don't want to? Interesting. You know, like there are lots of career paths where you can make a lot of money, but you give up a lot of your life. I read a Reddit post from a guy today, and he was like, I am earning, you know, decent money, but all of my neighbors are going on holiday multiple times a year, or they have real nice cars, or they're sending their children to private school, and I can't do all of those things. And so I'm gonna set up a business. But my wife says, no, I already work 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. And so she'd rather spend more time with me or something like that. But I want to provide, you know, diamonds or whatever for her or something like that. But it's like, that's kind of the opposite of an idea. Like being successful at the detriment to the rest of your life. You know, it's a somewhat common thing, sadly. And so, so I can't get injured or something. Yeah, I'm slowly healing up from my my rest. I think that if everyone was ugly, ugly would be attractive. Now, I think if everyone was ugly, we'd pick some new... If everyone was the exact same amount of ugly, right? Which can't be possible, because no one is the exact same amount of beautiful, because there is no, like, objective measure of beauty. But if everyone was really, really, really... Okay, there's a creeper. There's two, actually. Let's just kill them all. Nice and easy. No problems whatsoever besides that one. So let's now... If that cave spider came from somewhere, right? Let's go find out where it came from. Let's kill it. So, if Jeremy Kyle told me anything, it's it's that it doesn't matter what you... I don't read the rest of that. Look like or what you've done, someone will love you. Yeah, that's an interesting point too. Oh, looks like I'm in like a dead end, but I'm not. Yeah, I guess my point in that was to say that genuinely you don't know what will make someone happy, and neither does that person, which is the scary thing. And so would success make me happy? Yeah, actually it does. It makes me really happy. My best moments, yeah, it's embarrassing to say. I feel like it's something that you almost have, you're not meant to think is true. But it's some of my favorite moments are waking up and seeing, like, people love this video that I posted last night. It, like, impacts my mood for a day. And so, you know, like, one of the, I think, you know, like, hitting milestones, feeling like you're nailing something is a good feeling to most people. And so, but conversely, you can't have that good feeling without having the negative feeling. Even if it's not like, okay, well, if you're doing poorly, you won't feel that. But if you're doing not as well, you start to feel not as good. I think basically any positive stimuli, if you stop feeling it, it'll eventually start to feel negative, if that makes any sense. Like anything that feels good in the positive will feel bad even just by not receiving it anymore. And so, you know, I'm just, you know, to go back to my other dumb analogy, I'm going to place cobwebs there, by the way. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I just wasted a cobweb. Okay, I'm going to place a chest. No, I'm going to place a fence over there. This is my genius idea. Okay, so I'm going to pick that back up, too. I don't know what item I picked up instead of it. It's a string. And then I'm just going to go out, and I'm going to make a chest for all of these cobwebs, and we're going to come back in later. I must be very close to my exit at this point. I could totally go higher in my career if I took more offers and made more of an effort. I just don't want to. I'm stable. Yeah, if anything, there's a certain, like, pride in being able to say, like, yeah, there is nothing you could do to buy me. But also there's a part of that that's like, I feel both sides of, like, it is... Also, that is weird. Oh, a diamond! And a bunch of detector rails. It's okay. Once said Russian women are trophy wives, and I can't get it out of my mind. Oh, it's 100%. You know, am I meant to say? Wait. What I meant to say is like, oh, of course, that's not right. If you know, if something's messing with you. But that's totally the outside image, right? Is like, again, like there's a lot of nuance and depth to the actual opinion. But I feel like if you're someone who's like, oh yeah, I found myself a woman on the internet who's into me exclusively for my money. And she's very attractive, and she cleans and does the dishes or whatever. You know, like you might say that that woman stereotypically is going to be Russian. That would be what I would. I don't know if that's well, obviously lots of other nationalities etc. too, but that's where that comes from. I think. I don't think trophy wife is necessarily a thing to aim for, nor a good thing necessarily. What is this, by the way? Is this going to lead me out? Nope, it's just a bunch of water. Just gonna walk my way out here. 79 Minecraft days left, says Hailstone. Hey, that's exciting to hear. Yeah, I need to have like more exfil points from this. Work out exactly where I'm going. Okay, here we go. My serotonin is low. Is all but non-existent. The normal lowest number is 56. Mine's less than 10. See, but that I feel like that's an interesting thing, because imagine if it was the opposite, right? How would you feel if you found out your serotonin level was the highest it can be? Would you feel good about that? I wonder if that is a good thing or a bad thing, really. I'm not actually experienced enough to know. I think we must have stayed under there for a whole day and night. So we've got about 500 cobwebs now. No, about 500. It's pretty decent. Also, I see the stereotypical mail order wife as Filipino, says, or Filipina, says Dan Marsh. Yeah, it probably varies by where you are, right? There's probably a lot of variance in there. It's a bit of a weird one that there is such a thing as a stereotypical, like, you know, like, mail order wife is a weird phrase. So yeah, to move on very swiftly from this, I want to talk about something else interesting, chat. So, I wanna just share this story just to hear your thoughts and opinions, chat. So, I went into a Subway last Friday at I think it was like 8:53 p.m. It might have been like 8:54, 8:55. But I was going to the Subway that was closing at 9. Admittedly, I knew it was closing at 9 because I just had a real craving for like. Ever since I moved to London, I don't really eat, you know, like questionable quality fast food. I either eat at home or I eat like, you know, something interesting and worth being in the city for, right? I try to enjoy living somewhere fun. You used to literally order people by mail. I mean, you didn't literally used to order people by mail, right? Also, my GF came back from a month-long trip recently. We had such a wholesome reunion. Did you invite her via an email, perhaps? If so, your girlfriend is a mail order girlfriend, Dasher. I hate to break it to you. But yeah, I think so I went to Subway. Like I was really hungry, right, chat? And I get there at 8:53, and there's no one there, and I'm like, oh no, it's closed. But then I think, oh wait, there's a bell here, so clearly the person's just in the back. And so the Subway is in a petrol station, and so I'm surrounded by other sources of food, but no, I'm single-minded on this. Subway is one of the best, like, healthy vibing foods, because you can make it as unhealthy or healthy as you like. If you make it really healthy, you just get a cookie to balance it out at the end, right? It's great. You feel good, but you're still eating a cookie. So I was really hyped. I had this feeling in my mind, and I ring the bell, and to my surprise, a woman comes out, and I'm like, heck yeah! I've got to work out what I want to eat right now, but I'm very excited. And she gets right to me, and she's like, sorry, sir. The Subway is actually closed. And, you know, a part of me always wants to argue, chat. A big part of me wants to have the argument of, like, but it's not 9 yet. It's 8:53. Like, you could just give me the, like, all the ingredients are still out. Which is like, nope, we're closed. Yeah, I didn't have the argument. Instead, I said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then I just went to look around the rest of the petrol station. And so I bought myself like a very weird piece of, you know, like those goo pops. I got one of those. And so by the time I come out of the store, it's about 5 minutes later. And as I'm walking out, I have to walk past the Subway again. And I wanna just share this, chat, because I think it's the most heartbroken I've ever been. As I'm walking out of the Subway, there's 2 other people who have walked in after me that have like their finished subs being handed to them, and they're like getting ready to pay and everything else. And chat, I want to know, what would you do in that situation, and how heartbroken do you feel? I feel like I can never trust a fast food I can never trust a fast food employee again. I feel like my trust has been broken irreparably. I just don't know if I'm ever going to be ready to believe something again. So yeah, the real sad, real disappointed. Definitely low light of my week. Will never emotionally quite recover from that. So I am now going to find some. Oh, I'm finding so many things weirdly. I guess if the mine shaft's running this long, it's bound to happen, but it still feels weird, right? Grab the gunpowder. Don't grab the bucket. We'll be fine. So, yeah, I'd shout, I thought you were closed. But there might be more employees taking subs home. You know, that's an interesting point. Maybe they're employees, they get their free sub of the day and that. But there's this funny thing, right? I talk about this a lot because in this is like a cultural difference. In Europe, closing times are a bit of a suggestion more than anything else. Like, especially, I find in the UK, there'll be people who say stuff like, yeah, well, can you believe when someone walks in when it's 5 minutes to closing? Like, don't they know what they're doing? And it's like, no, I think they specifically don't. I think they are following the opening times as directed. But I think it's like a bit of a, like, what would you describe this as? Like a flaw in how the system works. Like, the opening hours will say, like, open till 9. And then the employees' hours will be until 9. And so it's like, well, they have to leave the very second they close. But they can't possibly leave the very second they close. Unless they're preparing to close, like, before. And so some employees are really good and will, like, you know, run the whole thing, and especially in North America. But here it's like, no, we have to close 10 minutes early because otherwise I can't leave when we close. And it's a funny problem that's, like, probably very easily solved with the right attitude, or, like, even just putting the opening times out as, like, 8:50 is the actual closing time. But it just means you get trapped in this endless loop. Also, Subway is lousy. There's so many better local places that have sandwiches. You know, I used to think this was such a snobbish opinion, and then I realized, no, it's a North American opinion. You have a lot of, if you have a lot of other sandwich places, and they're better than Subway, of course you go to them over Subway. But if you're in a place, you know, like I was, where Subway is just it's the closest, easiest thing, then it's like, okay, I guess you go with that. So I'm gonna make 4 torches real quick. Or maybe 32 torches. And okay, let's go finding some spider traps. I'm finding too many spawners here. There's gotta be some way I can use how close these are together, but I don't know what it is, chat. If there is a way to use this, I am yet to find it out. Also, let's grab all of the name tags we can. Still trying to pile those up. Also, torches. Yeah, and a ton of coal. Too much coal. So, those customers might have been told the Subway was closed, then gave the employee a hard time again about it, which maybe they're right to object. I think it's a dick move. So, Jones effect. Okay, let's go through your scenario, right? In the case that they were always going to come in, give her a hard time, and she was going to cave, do you think that the correct move from me was to give her a hard time and say, no, you're not closed. You will give me a sub. No, if you wanna know my actual this is the sign that I have a dark heart, that I'm not to be trusted with human beings and empathy. The people who were there afterwards, I'm very sure they walked into the store. I don't remember if I saw them or if I'm just like adding that detail, but I'm fairly sure they walked into the store. And they were all 3 individuals involved in this transaction were all South Asian, so I assumed that if they didn't necessarily know each other, they're at least regulars, but I assumed there was a chance they were like, you know, like family or something like that. And that's what made me kind of bitter about it, is because, like, it's, you know, like, it's weird. In your personal life, no one cares how much favoritism you put into, you know, to name a dumb example, like, no one cares if you favorite one of your friends over the rest of it, right? Like, that's a personal decision. But you bring it into my Subway, and now it's like, oh, I couldn't have it, but someone else could. There's a weird thing about that, right? Because, you know, under the system of capitalism under which we all exist, Most people don't own... The only major piece of property most people own is like a house or a car, stuff like that, right? And the major means of productions are owned by larger entities. And so most of the time that you're speaking to an employee about something, they're not the person who runs the business. I hate when people get terrible with people like that. Like if I was mad that Subway had gotten rid of the rotisserie chicken, if I had gotten mad about that to the employee, I think I would be not just a bad person, but an insane person. What do I think they're going to do besides me trauma dumping onto an employee, right? Like, it's terrible. But, I've come here before, chat. Or have I? You never know with the mine shafts. You think you have, and then you never have a real clue. So, yeah, basically, maybe they ordered via the app. In which case, why would their order be more valid than mine? Why is an app order more valid? Just because the app lets them order? You know? There's lots of answers to this, but they all come down to something in that, right? Also, you're allowed to come at 5 minutes to close, but it's a D move if you take 25 minutes when you close in 5 minutes. Yeah, I think the rule is, outside of supermarkets, where I'll admit, I kind of like... Outside of places where you know that they're there a long time after close, I would say you can only go in... By the way, this is going to be my first... Okay, chat. This is my first time killing a witch post 1.21.20. Oh, God. Actually, it might be my first time being killed by a witch. Oh, yeah. Let's get out of this. Okay, chat. Get excited with me. This is a big moment, right? I really want those to just die. I'm hoping this will get me up to my 10 hearts. Okay, so this is a big moment for us. I'm gonna kill the witch, and I'm gonna get redstone as a guaranteed drop. Oh no, you're gonna die. No, you're not. Okay. She might actually murder me at this rate. It is a real possibility as to what happens next. Go! Where did you go? There we went. Okay, so how much redstone am I gonna get? With looting, 7. Not that good. All things considered, right? Oh, we found another one of these. Heck yeah. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I get asked by people at work every day why I can't fix the prices. I'm an assistant in a supermarket. Yeah, like, the minimum duty that you have as a human being who exists is to understand who has... It's actually one of the most important things when you're in the corporate world, is understanding who has decision-making power. It's, I hear from people all the time who work in, you know, corporate jobs, that one of the worst things you can do, one of the worst, like, common things that will happen, is you'll agree a deal with someone. Oh. Something weird in my face, chat. I feel like a bug just flew into it. One of the worst things you can do is you can agree on a sale with someone. It can be all finalized, and then they don't have permission from their higher-ups because you negotiated with the wrong person. You know, some people themselves don't realize whether they have the ability to make a deal or not, right? But the worst thing, the minimum you should do living in a society, you know, we all live in a society, right? The minimum that you can do is you can understand, like, who actually has the power to change things, or not even who has the power to change things, who has any amount of influence in changing things. And usually it's not the end employee. And even when it is the end employee, they're never going to be happy with you. They're never going to choose to utilize that influence when you get mad at them. If you get mad at them, they're just going to shut you down, or they're going to shut down themselves. Might be worse. Hey, link to the stream. What we doing? I'm picking up a ton of cobwebs right now, and I'm going to take them home. I'm going to make a big cobweb pie. It's going to be great. By the way, the Jones effects, I've been upset as well. My takeaway would have been that jerks often get their way and nice people don't, assuming that those people were jerks. Yeah, it's impossible to know, right? Yeah, that's the interesting thing about this is the idea of, like, turning the other cheek, right? At some point, you have to say, like, no matter how bad other people are, that shouldn't dictate how nice or not nice I am. You should try to be the best person within your ability, even when other people aren't. And it's a hard thing sometimes. I think that's one of the hardest, like, actual self-actualization lessons you can learn. Because there's always a bit of, like, well, what even is the point? But yeah, you have to make your own... And sometimes that means going the other way. Like, you have to work out that your own rules are not... You know, like, there are some people who, like, give a lot of their time to charity. And you can't be, like, comparing yourself to them all the time. You can be like, those people are doing an awesome job, but that's not me, right? You can, if you want to give, because giving is an important part of life. You can give to charity in other means, right? Sometimes they want. Sometimes money is more. A lot of times, money is more important than time to these organizations, and so you can do stuff like that. Like every place and everyone has their own different thing that they need, and if you trying to just follow what everyone else is doing isn't actually a way that helps you or the people you're trying to help. Instead, you got to work out your own stuff in life sometimes. Speaking of working out your own stuff, that is 6 name tags now. I'm feeling good about this trip. I'm glad we made it. One can stand up for themselves and respect in polite way as possible. It takes major emotional maturity not to react out of emotion, that's for sure. Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot recently. Is the actual biggest life skill, the one that is hardest to master, is staying composed even when you instinctively are emotional about something. How do you stay... one of the biggest things that makes someone mature versus not is when you hear something you don't want to hear, for whatever reason that is, if you can react to that appropriately given the actual situation. Like, I guess how well you can objectively see things versus emotionally see things. Because even though, emotions are real useful for lots of things, if you emotionally react and take it out on someone, not only is that going to hurt them, but also it's not going to help you. Like, I don't know, a lot of the time, whenever I don't know, like, an example is, like, airlines, because that's one where people, like, will be angry at airline staff, because you just want to be somewhere, I get it, like, it's the time you get most phased while traveling, but I'm going to be like, here's where I'd like to be. I'm obviously upset about being here, but it's not your fault. What are the ways we can do it? I've looked up, I've done my bit. I see there's a flight with this airline from here to there, and I know that you're legally obligated to do that. Obviously, I would like to exercise those rights if possible. And sometimes you'll find that, like, employees will be way nicer than nice back to you for that. One of the this blows my mind. This has happened to me, like, 3 times in my life. Like, I missed so I bought a train that took me to Brussels, chat, and then a train from Brussels to home. One time after coming back from Germany. And I missed the train. The train to get to Brussels was late. And so I was like, why, I'm going to let them know, like, I'm sorry. This is out of my control. What can I do? Like, what's the change fee? What do I have to do about this? And they're like, oh, your train was late. Okay, happens. And they just had it happen there. And I learned that this is a common thing that airlines have. If you have, there are all sorts of situations they just won't accept a thing. But apparently, like, if you, I don't know, like, if you're driving to the airport and your car has a flat tire, there's, and you can prove it and it's not a clear, cover-up for something, then they'll be like, oh, yeah, clearly this isn't your fault. It sucks, and then they'll move you on to another flight. Chat, I'm lost again. I think I had to be, like, a level down, maybe. Yeah, let's assume down here. And then, no, I'm lost. It's just solidly lost. Maybe if I started mining this way, I'd find my way out of here. Yeah, that's my plan. I'm just gonna mine this way, see what I find. Ooh, a chest. Nothing in it. That's fine. So, so true. Told my kid, deal with it later and breathe. Be grateful for the small things and just respond in love. See, but sometimes there are moments, there are very few moments where you do need to respond. I don't know, like, yeah, it's like, in the modern world, you don't need it as much. I would say, like, it's like prison and school, where you can't be, like an emotionless robot. Those are the 2 big ones. It's crazy that they're basically the same one too. Like, if someone, the world is a weird place. That's what I'm really trying to get at right here. World is a weird place. I agree, emotional regulation is the best indicator of maturity, says Nagi Pantsu Connoisseur. It's so hard to do, too. I know there are still some comments on YouTube where I'm like, this is just so dumb. This person is actively doing something stupid. And it's like, just, what am I actually achieving here? Like, trying to, like, take a step back from it. Like, the instinct to have an emotional reaction is one that is really common and really hard to unlearn, I guess, I would say. Okay, so I'm going to pick up all of these that I can. I'm going to put the extra items in here. I don't need string. I'm going to take my oak fence, actually. I'm going to do something with these oak fences. I don't know what something is. I guess first of all, place some of that there and some of that there. Make it very clear that this is a mine shaft, I guess. Yeah, that's my mine shaft. Looks great. Then we're going to go through the nether, and we're going to make the portal look like a mine shaft. And then we're going to be great. Also, I ate some french fries, now I'm not hungry anymore. Yeah, that is one of the hard bits of emotional regulation. So thirsty, chat. I've been talking too long. Hey, the Jones effect! Welcome to the membership club. 454 members. There's a fox here. Thank you very much for deciding to join me on this endeavor. I appreciate it a lot. So I'm gonna just dig around until I find my main pathway. It's up there somewhere. And then once I find it, I'm gonna connect it down here somehow. I don't know how any of that's gonna work, but I'm just gonna do it. It's gonna be just up here somewhere. I don't know where just up here is, but I found a staircase. Okay, over here. Oh, it's my old staircase. Okay, so I'm just slightly to the left there. And so the best thing I can do is mine kind of like upwards to the side from here. Or if we... I guess I could make a hole that comes down here. Okay, that's my new plan, chat. I'm going to make a big hole down to the portal to properly connect this. I'll make it look like a mine shaft even, just to be fun. Okay, so just here. Put some wood just over here. Put some more wood. It's slightly too wide, but it's fine. And then this is going to be a big staircase down. It's going to have a little bit of like a fly spot here, I guess. I'm just going to dig down and hope I don't end up in lava. Pro tip. I am good. And now we're directly above the portal. So I'm going to build with a lot of this netherrack, a big wall to prevent things like that from happening. Because I don't like when things like that happen. Yeah, this is bad, all things considered. But not disastrously so. Just like a little bit of a pain, right? A little bit of a pain. Okay, you are being very big right now. So yeah, I think one of the hardest steps, one of the hardest things to do is learn to separate the way you want to respond from something to the way you do respond to something. Is understanding that the things that you feel are not reality. And it's really hard to actually internalize that sometimes. Because your body is very good at convincing you that no, what I'm feeling right now, this is everything. If you don't do something about this, everyone's gonna hate you. And convincing yourself that those thoughts are not reality is hard, but I think worth doing. Okay, fill up that shulker box, and now we've got a lot of spare cobwebs we can take with us. And I just have to now make the fence part of this look better. Do I have fences in here? I don't, honestly. Let's go just grab a bunch of fences. Just for the sake of making this look like something it's meant to. So just really hoover up all the fences we can. Just all the ones around here. It's going to look like I just have a fenceless mineshaft, but in a way that looks cool. I hate that they told me that Minecraft may stop working after buying it on my Galaxy A10s. So I learned recently, as a heads up, chat, if you haven't already heard the good news, the Timeless Pack will be out on, it'll be out next Tuesday. 6 PM is apparently the time. I don't know if that's perfectly accurate, but 6 PM next Tuesday is when you can get your hands on the Timeless Pack. I am very excited. We've been working on this for like most of the year. Like you know as IBX Toy Maps is like basically one thing a year we come out with. It's rare that we do a map drop, unlike most marketplace teams, where one a week would be disastrously few. But yeah, so we're piecing it together. We've made one of the coolest things out there. There's a lot of fun little things I'd love to share and talk about. But An interesting thing that I learned during that process was nope, forgot where I was going actually. That was a point. But I don't know. Check out the map. It's coming real soon. Do you have an FOV angle tighter than usual, Toy Cat? Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't correct it to 70. I put it to 60. Chat, what was my point? I forgot what my point was. There was a good one, but it's gone now. Yeah, apparently it's thundering and raining a total of 0.06 inches. That's good. Honestly, having rain when it's hot is great. It just takes some of that edge off the heat. It's what you need sometimes. Yeah, what I'm gonna say now is I saw some describe anxiety as very slow lions chasing you. To trick your monkey brain, you've got to turn slow lions into fast lions by clenching all your muscles. Wait, if you make them fast lions, that's much more terrifying. Also, I just want to check my FOV. Why did I check? Why did I read that comment, Beth? I'm sorry. You know, it's not your. No. Okay, it's fine. No, it's not fine. I went through all of that work. Something about realizing your emotions aren't real. So yeah, the Timeless Pack is coming out soon, and all the emotions I've ever felt about it are fake. Minecraft! I don't need to know my realm information. You shouldn't assume that I do. See, this is me going for an emotional breakdown, right? I'm having a toddler freak out because I don't want to be waiting. I want to be playing Minecraft right now. I have one of the coolest things that I get to do. I get to play Minecraft, work on my world. This is one of my favorite stream series. Even if it's not really a series, right? It's just kind of hanging out. I'm lucky enough to have some people who hang out with me. And one of the downsides is that... and so something goes a little bit wrong in that plan. No, what happened? It came... yeah, so... one of the cool things is I get to do all that. But then I don't get to do it for a bit. And it's for a reason outside my control. And so a part of me is like, everything is terrible. I can't believe you have no control over what's happening right now. It's this eternal rage against Minecraft Bedrock, the game that wasn't finished 7 years ago, and sometimes feels like it's nowhere near finished now. All these feelings bubble to the surface, but in reality, what's happening is there is a delay. I cannot do anything about this delay. It is outside my control. Feeling bad about that delay does not change the fact that there is a delay. Down Detector says Minecraft is down. Minecraft is down, so my options won't pause. Don't actually worry about it, Beth Altair. It's not actually your fault. So what is the scary thing about human nature? So the scary thing about human nature is not buying the Timeless Pack when it comes out. Do I just close my Minecraft at this point? Realms are down. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe we killed Minecraft. Okay, I'll close it. We'll just reopen. Bedrock is caching your request right now. Okay, we're going to go to settings. Video. It was the same FOV as normal. Oh no, my realm. Where is it? Is that the end? Oh. Okay. It's a very anticlimactic end. I can read these messages about realms. And I think I can see my invites too. Oh, purchase has been fulfilled. That's good. Can I join a server? Okay, chat. Just pretend that this is my real delete. It was a good run. So this is the one downside of keeping your Minecraft world as a realm. I'm currently working on a video about Minecraft. Oh, look, it's me. Oh, that's weird. What's me doing here? I forgot about the Hive. It's been so long since I played it. It's been like so long since I played it. Now we go play CubeCraft or something. Yeah, I mean, if I don't have my Let's Play world, what do I do, right? Actually, there's one more thing I should do. Okay, I'm going to try and get back in Realms. Yeah, Realms is down. So instead what I can show you is I happen to have access to something called the Timeless Adventures. Do you want to see it, chat? A little sneak preview? I am so excited about this one coming out. I am so excited. So if you aren't familiar with Agent Mindstorm, he is the person behind a lot of the things, a lot of the handy packs out there But most importantly, he made something called console aspects. And so I spoke to him and I was like, what if we could add console aspects to Bedrock, but for console people? And he was like, this is something that sounds really cool that we haven't been able to, obviously most creators can't launch things on the consoles. I have that unique ability. And so we worked together to create this using his console aspects and then building a world on top of it. And so here's what it looks like. You can unlock the settings if you want to, obviously. But let me show you what the Timeless Adventures looks like when we load it up. So first of all, do you notice this? The color balance changes very slightly. This is one of those clever things. I have no idea how he even did, because I've downloaded console aspects before. But it looks like Minecraft console, doesn't it? Do you see the small details, like the hotbar? There's some real clever little details that have changed here. There are no coordinates, for example. Where are the coordinates on screen, chat? If only there was a place to find coordinates. Well, oh, I guess we'll have to. There's one in my inventory. Oh, what's that? Oh, I actually thought. Oh, you know, terribly wrong of me there. But learn extra tips and tricks from the discount loading messages. This text pack works best with brightness set to 0 in the settings. That can't be correct. I'm gonna do it though. Oh, intriguing. The sunsets aren't fixed though. Okay, so yeah, we have regular survival in a limited world. We have creative, if you just want to, make one of those old-style creative worlds. I know some people always do, so we always have that option available. We have specific spawns if you're trying to make your life more or less challenging, kind of fun. And then we have this, the music disc hunt. There are 30 new structures. Wow, someone must have put a lot of work into those. 30 whole new structures. Can you imagine how long that would take, chat? I certainly can't imagine how long that would take. Anyway, so I'm going to make this now. You get nostalgic, chat? You feeling it? You feeling that Minecraft? I'm really impressed with this loading screen put into. Like it's close to simulating. Look at that. We've got little tips on here too. Each world is guaranteed free trial chambers. So yeah, one of the fun things we got to do by waiting till 1.21 came out. Should have made this a dynamic world, says Ruby likes Sonic 2. There is a good reason not to make it a dynamic world. There is a good one. But yeah, because we wanted to make it limited size worlds, and we wanted to guarantee certain placements. So here it is. Welcome to the Timeless Pack. I'm going to have a lot more to show you about this later. Don't you worry. But for now, just know that not only is this console edition size biomes, look at this plains, we can see other biomes from it. This is the right size for a biome, in my opinion. You can feel like you're walking around and actually moving across it. Like over there, I can see my next destination. But yeah, all sorts of fun little details have been changed to make it feel like Minecraft Console Edition. There is a... There are all sorts of fun structures you might recognize. I think it's incredible, if you... I obviously kind of mentioned this in the video, but it's incredible some of the things that Agent Mindstorm did with the structures I gave him. Like, some of them are basically identical, and some of them are like, oh yeah, that's a little bit less scuffed. I was going for like a TU1 style lighthouse, and we had basically like a reimagining of it. It does kind of look like Legacy. This is epic. It's impressive, right? It's really impressive. I'm really happy of how this all came together. And yeah, there is a music disc hunt, and you know what happens when you find a music disc? I've not done it yet, chat. I want to do this honestly with you. I just want to find one right now if we can. I'm really excited. So let's climb to the top of this place. See if there's anything in here. Some fishing rods. That's real nice. Oh, there's a little chest back there. I wonder if there's anything in it. Oh, a chest boat. That's real nice. But yeah, deliberately we have a few things like this. Structures of a little bit of a purpose. This one's being to teach us about Netherrack, for example. But there's lots of other things going on here. But from up here, we can show you the world. Yeah. So there's every single music disc is around to be found. And so just again to show you something very interesting, this is a so because this is a limited size world, we guarantee certain structures will spawn. And one of those fun ones is trial chambers. So there are always going to be 3 trial chambers below the seat. I mean, there's a 4th one that's been rumored, but who knows if that's really there. And yeah, so we set up a lot of fun things. Let's also show you creative mode, just in case you're... I've got a really fun thing here. I've been working. I've got this video we've been working on, but there are lots of fun differences. Like even one of the clever ones, in my opinion, is get this right, chat. So, do you remember how the Never worked in Minecraft console? Look at these tooltips. Oh, it's so nostalgic. Look at this, chat. Look at the way the tooltips are applying. Oh, the noises too. You hear that? Wait, why do I hear it? You only hear the mouse, not the... Interesting. Oh, yeah. You hear those noises, chat? Oh, yeah, I feel some good things. So we're going to grab a flint and steel. Do you notice these icons too? Anything interesting about those? Quite a few items have had slight changes that you might notice, even like the everything category being the lava bucket. I don't know. So we're going to grab a flint and steel, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a nether portal right here. Slightly wrong apparently, but that's just fine. And then I'm going to show you the nether just very slightly here. So, oh, that was weird. So first of all, again, just small little details. So watch out, wither skeletons naturally spawn in the... Oh! So this is an example of something that was deliberately put in place. Because you know how 4J did a really good job at making sure that things that you could find in a structure like the blaze, or, you know, like glowstone that were limited, you could find elsewhere. It's a smart little change like that. But so notice something interesting that happens on this world. If we go all the way across here to the edge of the world... Oh yeah, is that making you feel some things, chat? The bedrock, the nether does in fact have an edge. But also, we go across this, it's small-sized nether biomes. Not quite as small as overworld biomes, but you can get all 4 biomes in here, which is always a nice guarantee. But also, the nether is scaled at 1 to 3. I don't even know how he did... There are some things where I'm like, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't think that was an option you could change. But if we leave here now, do you know where we're going to end up? Over here. On the other side of the map, if we have the coordinates, you could see it. We're scaled at 1 to 3. I'm just over here, and the nether portal linking does work to allow that to be correct. Something I think is huge. If you want to see something else that I think is huge... oh, okay. One of the fun things that I've been having, by the way, entirely unrelated, is I can't play creative or spectator, and I was sure I had it fixed personally, but I couldn't. And just like my 360 world, says Polly. Yeah, it was all built around this nostalgia of the old limited size worlds. So there's endless ocean there. And, you know, I feel like we could have put up a border like, you know, everyone loves the classic Minecraft Legacy border. But if you want to, it's just endless ocean. You can go and swim into it all you like. But instead, one of the fun things you can use that for is kind of treating this like a giant island. Like we did back in the Legacy console days. You would swim around the map first. I thought it was very, very handy. So yeah, do you want to see another small detail? Just a tiny one. So this timeless pack also has the sugarcane from Legacy console. Again, it's a small thing. You don't even think it's a big thing. But as someone who loves their sugarcane, let me tell you, I appreciate this thing. So, yeah, small details, big details. You don't even know that it's different until you see it the old way, right? It's so much nostalgia. So, yeah, rest in peace, Legacy border. But if you want to temporarily re-experience these things, this is the Timeless Adventures. It's coming out on Tuesday, and I'm very excited for everyone to get their hands on it. This is what it'll look like. Timeless Adventures. It's gonna be fun. Look at that. Look at the even the thumbnails and stuff. It was real fun. It's been a very, very long time coming, and I'm very excited for them to get their hands on it. I'm also excited to maybe be able to play some realms today. Got to sign in to do that apparently. Oh, but my realm is still down. How was I playing the realm, chat? I don't even know. I was playing Minecraft just a minute ago. But we will not be reaching 6,500 today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, chat. Oh! Whoa! Something interesting is happening. Okay. What? I should join. Have I crashed Minecraft again? I have crashed Minecraft again. Oh. Okay, so it's forcing me to sign out when I do this. I want to tweet this, chat. I'm gonna... Yeah, I haven't seen this one before. This is absolutely fascinating. Not sure this is supposed to be happening. So this is something new, clearly. I don't know what it is. What happens if I press the bottom text? So both texts, if you click them, will crash the game. Yeah, that is beyond fascinating that happens. What do you reckon, chat? New cape 100%. I heard some very interesting hints that we might be getting another chance at one of the capes a lot of people are missing. But yeah, another new cape so soon? Don't mind if I do. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to joining that Text Live event back when Minecraft servers are working again. And I look forward to seeing you next time. IBX Toycat, if I send you an invite, do you think that'll let you join my world? I'd be curious. I don't know if I can even see invites in game. If I hit profile, is it in here? Oh, suggested next achievements. That's interesting. Friends. I'll find you, cat. I'll join you without you inviting me. Okay. Look at my friends. Just like in real life, my friends list is eternally loading, but never actually growing. Thank you for watching today's live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you tomorrow, where my Let's Play world will be functioning just fine. See you then. Have a good one. Oh, it is working. Oh, everyone's offline, though. Oh, Raf's online. Can we join his game? I can't. He's online. I mean, he should be playing Minecraft, really. I'll invite him to Minecraft. Just get on RuneScape. I've been playing SteamWorld Dig recently. Although I have been saving, I was gonna get 90, you know, actually chat, should we do it right now? I've been saving a very special milestone so I could do it with all of you on stream. I've been, you know, we're procrastinating the end of our live stream again. Wow, I can't believe I do this. This is terrible. I never do this. I'm always so good at ending exactly when I want to. But yeah, I just okay, I can't log into RuneScape. It's like it needs my email. I don't even know my email. You know, I hate when stuff logs you out randomly, chat. Does anyone else hate that? It's like I don't know my details. There's a reason you don't ask me for them every time, and then I forget them. This is the way things work. Okay, so yeah, no RuneScape today. But I'm at 89 farming. I'm about to get 90. It's exciting. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Actually, wait, there's one more thing I want to do. So I've got a real procrastinating ending things problem. So I've learned, I learned recently there's a haircut that I want to find. So we're going to take our character, we're going to customize it. How do you even... I don't want featured items, I want body, hair. There's a haircut that that I didn't know about till recently. Is it this one? Yeah, it's there's another limited area haircut. I don't know when this even came out. Did you know when it came out, chat? Can you get them? Are they free? They're free. When did they come out? How do you change the color? Intriguing. Anyway, fun fact, there's some more geographically limited haircuts, if you so desire. Very long hair. Sure. It's very interesting to me. It's interesting that there are some haircuts that you have to pay for. If you want to have a rainbow pixie, you got to give Minecraft some money. Or a dyed streak. Or the Aurora Borealis. Anyway, thank you for watching, chat. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye. I'm going to make an ocelot. I'm going to make something that looks like an ocelot from the stuff that you have in this. It's going to be great. Anyway, bye. Also, thank you, by the way, for the gifted membership, Jessup Kane. Appreciate it a lot. See you next time for Text.